Excerpt number 1. Act 1, Scene 4, the woods near the Fry home.
He say anything else to you?
Who?
What do you mean, who? The doctor, silly?
I done told you what happened, Laurey. Daddy came outside and sent him on his way. Wasn't much to say after that.
Why don't your daddy take to Dr. Jameson?
Not sure he minds Dr. Jameson. I think he was just mad at Mama. You see what I mean?
I guess so.
Pa does that a lot. He gets real angry and shouts and hollers.
I'm glad I ain't have to see that.
Me too.
He bad to your mama?
Well, he says everything he does to Mama he does 'cause he loves her.
Not sure that's love, Jud. Leo ain't have to touch me for me to know that he loves me.
You go on about that Leo again.
I don't talk about him that much, do I?
All the time.
Well, he's special to me. What can I say? Boy's on my mind a lot. Same way I reckon you're on your mama's mind, and your daddy's too, probably.
My daddy doesn't give 1 ounce of thought to me. My mama, maybe, but Daddy don't care.
You don't think so? Not for his son?
I'm nothing to him except a farmhand. Not even a good one at that.
If he didn't care, why would he have a doctor come try to help you out?
He wanted the doctor to take me away.
Take you away?
One of them places for idiots.
Whoa.
Being here, I'm wasting space, Laurey. That's what he thinks.
Your mama too?
Probably.
Can't be, Judd. It just can't be. She's gotta love you. You're her own, ain't got no brothers or sisters.
Judd pauses for a moment, then gets back to tinkering with a stick/rock.
What was that?
I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did. I saw you. You held still for a second like you had a thought and then put it away.
That is what I did.
Well, ain't a safer place than right here, trees and all. What's on your mind, Judd?
Forget it, Laurey. Don't pay it no mind.
This any way to treat your best friend, leaving her hanging on a
Am I
cliff?
your best friend?
Who else would be?
Leo?
Oh, well, no, he's like, you're my best friend.
Huh. Well, you too.
What were you gonna say?
Um, well, see, my mama had 2 babies when I was born. There was me, and I had a brother, Ellis.
You never talk about Ellis.
I ain't supposed to.
You don't gotta.
No, I should.
What happened to him?
He and I was twins. I was older by 58 minutes, so I got Pa's name. But even though I was older, I didn't talk much at all. He was the one teaching me, looking out for me, not the way it usually is. He's the one who taught me about Buffalo Bill.
You always gotta be Cody, I reckon.
Nah, you think. But he always let me be Cody.
That's kind.
And we played Buffalo Bill in these woods. Really did it all the time. He'd hide up in the tree, high ones too, like that one there.
Judd points.
Being Bill Comstock, he'd be saying, "You're going down, Bill Cody. You ain't got a chance."
Like us.
Yeah, like us. He liked to throw rocks, and I liked slingshots, 'cause my daddy showed us how to make them, and I did it really good. They was the weapons he always got me on account of I was never looking in the right spot, and he'd surprise me, get me tripping on a rock, and he'd say it was a trap he set, or he'd dig little holes, and I'd fall in them, and I have to go, "All right, Comstock, you win this time."
But Comstock never wins.
I wish he did more.
Why?
There's one day, he was up in a tree like normal, but I saw him early. I walked real careful and slow to stay quiet and avoid his traps. I thought I was so clever. I snuck up real quiet and shot a little rock at him with my slingshot. Perfect aim. I couldn't believe I was really about to get him. Finally, I was going to win. But the pebble got him right near the edge of his eye. He couldn't see nothing for a second and started flailing up on the branch. I didn't realize what was going on. I called up there, "Buffalo Bill did finally win buffalo meat for all his kin." But he couldn't tell what was happening, and he couldn't see anything to grab on before he fell. He landed on his head. I could hear his neck break.
Jud.
And his arm.
Mercy, Jud.
I just sat there and stared at his body. I didn't know what to do.
He's probably shocked or something.
I sat there till dark, and they came looking for us, shouting and hollering our names, but I didn't answer. Daddy knew something was wrong, 'cause Ellis would never disrespect him like that. Always complied, always threw a "sir" at the end of it, too.
Was he mad?
Yeah. No, he was pretty mad.
That's so scary.
Ellis didn't have any problems in the fields with Daddy. Always did as he was told. Knew how to wrangle cattle, too. Didn't need nothing repeated.
What about your mom?
She loved him like every day was his birthday. She paid extra mind to me. She told him that.
How do you...
He told me. He said Mama thought I was a special case.
You is a special case, Jud. I know it.
You mean it?
Of course.
Thanks, Laurey.
Why do you keep playing Buffalo Bill with me? Ain't it troubling?
Reminds me of the good times more than the bad. I reckon he'd want to play for him.
When did that all happen? You and Ellis.
When did I kill him?
You didn't kill him, Jud.
10 years, 4 months, and 2 days.
Say you didn't kill him.
Of course I did. It was my rock.
You didn't mean to. It was on accident.
He'd be running around today if it weren't for me.
Lots of things would be different if there were no accidents.
We wouldn't have known each other if he was still alive, Laurey.
Yes, you would. I'm here no matter what. My daddy says everything happens for a reason.
Well, of course. But now I'm more confused.
I'm here anyway, ain't I? I think my daddy's right. And yeah, it's no good you lost your brother, but I'm glad that made us find each other, ain't you? Your daddy the one who says you killed Ellis?
Jud nods.
Well, you didn't, Jud.
Facts is facts, Laurey.
Yeah, but...
But what?
There's more facts to all of it, Jud.
Okay.
First of all, killing and murdering is two different things. You certainly didn't murder Ellis. That would mean you knew he was going to die and you stayed out of the way of it.
So I killed him.
No. Breaking his neck's what killed him, I reckon.
How does breaking a bone kill you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, it's just a busted bone, and that hurts, but so what?
Was he bleeding when he fell?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what did it, Jud. Not you. Losing a bunch of blood killed him.
But I could have rushed him home or something.
You also could have not played that day. Can't be mixing up what you could have done with what you thought of at the time. You do that, then no matter what, it'll be your fault. The fact that you didn't want him to die and that nothing was on purpose is all that matters.
My intentions don't make him alive.
But intentions is what proves you're alive. You didn't murder him, Jud, and you didn't kill him. I know you don't have that in you. I think you manslaughtered him.
I what?
Technically, I think.
Jud's mortified.
I know that sounds real bad, but I'm almost positive that means it was on accident.
A beat. Jud's upset.
Where was the doctor from?
All the way from Birmingham, Alabama.
They want to take you all the way to Alabama?
Mama don't want me to go. But Daddy will win that fight.
I don't know what I'd do if he was gone, Jud.
Me neither.
You're my best and my only friend.
Only two? What about Leo?
Oh. Well, still, I know you longer.
You're my best and only friend, too.
End of excerpt number 1.
Thanks, friends. Okay, the second excerpt comes from when Jud is revealing that he has kept up a secret friendship to his mother. In the present, Jud is speaking to his mother, but while explaining, we see young Jud and young Laurey, which is what present Jud is explaining. It's a scene within a scene. For context, Jud's father had complained to Jud when he was at that young age that a colored family had moved into close. Jud naturally asked what color, and his dad beat him for being a smart aleck, but Jud truly didn't understand. This prompted him to sneak out in the middle of the night and find this family to learn exactly what color they must be. Doing so, he met Laurey.
Excerpt number 2. From Within, Act 1, Scene 8. Lights are on young Jud and young Laurey in a way that conveys nighttime. They can't see each other, but we can.
And his belt makes up the handle. Wait, no.
Hey, someone there?
No.
Who is that?
Nobody.
Well, that's a funny name.
Who's asking?
Nobody?
That's my name.
I'm asking.
Well, I'm just minding my business, looking at the constellations, and I do not need help. Thank you.
Looking at the what?
The constellations. Ain't you know the constellations?
No.
Uh,
What's the constellations?
I ain't supposed to talk with strangers. I'm already talking too much with you, whoever you are.
I'm Jud. Jud Fry.
I'm Laurey. Laurey Williams.
Hello, Laura Williams.
Hello yourself.
How old are you?
You first.
Me what?
How old are you?
9 years, 11 months, and 29 days.
Wow.
How old are you?
9. Well, I suppose you ain't a stranger no more. The constellations is the pictures a star makes. You ever connect the dots?
No.
Well, that's how I describe it. It's like connect the dots in the sky.
But there's a million dots.
Yeah, but if you look at certain ones, you can see shapes. There's patterns.
I'm looking.
I love patterns.
Me too, but I don't see none.
Well, you ain't gonna see them right away. I can, though.
You can?
Yes, sir. Look straight up over us. My mama told me that's Aquarius.
Aquarius?
I saw that one first. That's why it's my favorite.
What's Aquarius?
A constellation.
I still don't see it.
You don't even know what to look for. But I can help. I didn't know how to explain it for a while.
Thank you.
For what? I didn't do nothing.
Never mind.
Young Jud lays down near young Laurey awkwardly because he still can't see her. Lights fade to a sunrise on young Jud and young Laurey as she continues.
And I reckon I forgot to say it, but it's called Aquarius because Aquarius means water carrier. So the stars make up a picture of a person carrying water.
No light on Jud and Mrs. Fry.
We kept talking till the sun started to come back up. That's when I saw she was brown. That was the color.
Gee, sun's already up.
I have to go. My daddy's gonna be all kinds of mad.
Okay, we should play together again.
I'd like to.
Young Jud starts to leave.
Oh, you said 9 years, 11 months, and 29 days, right?
Yes.
Well, happy birthday then today, Jud Fry.
Happy birthday, Jud Fry. What?
You just talk funny.
Oh.
Ain't bad or nothing, ain't wrong, just funny.
I'll see you later, Laurey Williams.
End of excerpt number 2.
Thank you, friends. And finally, this last excerpt is a quick one. It's directly inspired by an analogy made in the musical Oklahoma. The heavy rain is something that Jud in the musical uses to describe how he wants Laurey's hair to fall on him. Naturally, that image had to come from somewhere. So Jud here will have his anxiety assuaged by the metaphysical presence of Laurey while they're still adolescents.
Excerpt number 3, Act 1, Scene 6, Jud's bedroom. Heavy rain sounds continue. Jud is alone in his bedroom working with pieces of tools he's taken from the shed. He's got something of a slingshot device prototype he's inspecting. He's fixated on it. Beginning to stand, he carefully practices loading it, miming, then finding an appropriate position to shoot from, then aiming it, then he practices pulling it back. Just as he's about to practice firing it, there is a large thunderclap. This sends Jud into a type of panic attack. He writhes on the floor, covering his ears, breathing heavily and shortly, making a repetitive, unintelligible sound. He's trying to relieve a large sensory-induced level of stress by stimming. Laurey appears on the opposite side of the stage.
Hey, it's just thunder, Jud. The clouds are just shaking hands. They're making friends, like you and me.
Jud's still struggling.
I know it's mighty loud. I know it ain't a sound you like. Probably sounds a lot like shouting, doesn't it? Or being hit. Reminds me an awful lot of that sound myself. But the good news is you ain't got to worry about thunder hurting you. Not one bit.
Jud's breathing begins to gradually settle.
Best part is the rain that falls afterward. I reckon that's everybody's favorite part. Crops get their water, trees too. Flowers grow so pretty. I don't know if you ever noticed, Jud, but things get quieter right after it rains too. The leaves and the sticks that you crunched on get wet, and suddenly a walk doesn't make a sound. Instead, all you can hear is the life around you going on about its business. But we ain't but rarely ever get to join them.
Jud's almost back.
I think my favorite part is how the rain feels when it falls on me. Though, don't you think so too? The water makes a little splash when it lands on my forehead, and then slowly I can feel it run down my face. In heavy rains like this, I get to feel it a million more times in a row. Feels like it's dressing me with water and giving me a big hug. I can reach out my arms and it just keeps loving on me. I don't know if that's quite right, but am I making any sense to you, Jud?
Yes.
Jud stands.
Laurey, you make perfect sense.
A loud thunderclap. Laurey vanishes. Jud is unfazed.
Perfect sense to me.
Blackout. Another loud thunderclap. Heavy rain sounds continue. End of excerpt number 3.
Thank you, friends.